Hey everybody, did you miss me? It's Rescued from Hoboville Day on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday and mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. I'm sorry I did not do a shave yesterday on Monday, and I'll tell you why. But before we get started, if you like the content that you see and you want to get a breadth of knowledge from shavers that have been doing this stuff for decades, come and join us at www.theshavingcadre.com. We do feel we are the best gentlemanly and wet shaving forum on the interwebs and are completely self-moderated, other than myself and my partners who are the owners. Plus, we have a crack concierge staff to help you in all your needs. And it's not just shaving, it's a little bit of everything. So please come and join us. And we're also very, very family friendly. Secondly, if you like talk show type stuff, come and see us, Drinks and Daves, every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Mountain Standard Time. And tonight is round 2 of the Vodka Wars. That's right. We're going to be tasting, I believe, 7 or 8 other vodkas as we get close to the finals. So come and join us for that. So, aside from that, some of you may be saying, dude, why didn't you shave yesterday? Well, unfortunately, I was in Hoboville. Yes, it's a disease, I know. Well, what had happened is I allowed myself on Monday, which is my Saturday number 2. It's a big convoluted formula. But anyhow, it's my Saturday number 2 on Monday. And it is also Barber Errand Day. But I did allow myself to sleep until 7. But I had forgotten that I had to go up to the shop and meet the gentleman that does all my shear sharpening, because it'd been a little bit since I had my shear sharpened, which I do every 2 months to keep them razor sharp. So I had to get up and get going, and I got up and I said, well, should I shave and shower before I go? Or, because I didn't really do much on Sunday. And I said, nah, you know what? No. So I got dressed, brushed my teeth, put on some deodorant, and out of the shop I went. Well, I had to do all my other errands, so I came home for a little bit, had lunch, and then I had to head out again. And I had thought about, well, I'll go ahead and do my shower and shave now. And then I said, nah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. And I really don't care what people think. So off I went. So yes, yesterday was full on hobo, which means no shower, no shave. I did wet my hair and comb it and put on deodorant and brush my teeth and off to the races. It was kind of good, but this morning when I woke up, I felt like a hobo. So we've got roughly 50 plus hours without a shave. So we are going to be doing a straight shave today. We'll go over all the stuff at the end of the shave. But I do need to also ask you a favor. Also, if you like what you see, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also comment. It does help our channel grow. And it shows it to more people. And if you think it's a valuable prospect, then we'd certainly appreciate you doing it. We are starting our final approach to the surface of the sun. Things are heating up here in southern Arizona. Even though we're a little bit higher, we're about 35 miles north of Tucson. And we're much higher, almost 2,000 feet. But doesn't matter, it's southern Arizona. Equatorially, we're very close to heat. And so all the winter type soaps have pretty much been knocked out of the park, and now we're using summer stuff. So we'll go over that as well. And today we're also using the Wacker Chevalier. This is a wonderful, wonderful short bladed razor, but a lot of fun to use. The difference between this razor and those of you that have been following my channel, the Viking razor, which was made by Jerry Stark, who sadly does not make razors anymore. It was fashioned after this one, except with a full-size blade. The difference is that this one has a muted, rounded tip. My Viking is not muted. Don't ask me why I didn't have it muted. I guess I always could, but it's more exciting to see if you're going to gig yourself. This razor has been stropped 30 on linen, 30 on leather, and then an additional 25 on a super curve bench leather strap. Also, some other big news on the channel. We're approaching 1,400 subscribers. Remember, that giveaway is at 1,500. Also, let me finish this real quick so I don't hack my nose off. We're starting a new series. Now, this will be starting in June, I found out. One of my good buddies and one of our concierge at the Shaving Cadre, Heisai, or Steve Crosby, a good buddy of mine from Las Vegas, he approached me and said, hey, I want to do something to see if I can challenge you. And I said, okay. So basically, he said, I'm on every Friday, and this will start in June, every Friday, he will give me a theme. And it's going to be my job to match that theme with soaps, aftershaves, and various other accoutrements that I have, brushes and stuff, in the den. Now, he also said I could use hats, I could use costumes, so we are looking forward to seeing what he will come up with. And so stay tuned in June and look for what we are calling the Crosby Conundrum Series. So check that out. I have no idea where it's going to go, how long it's going to go, but knowing Steven, he is going to make it very, very interesting. Now, what he does not realize is how good he does also depends on how many bags of tortilla chips he will get in the future. There's a running joke between him and I that I bring him homemade tortilla chips from this Heraderia, or Carson, I can't even say it. It's a Mexican meat market, but they do their own homemade tortilla chips, and he loves them. I took him 5 bags, I think, for the con, or 3 bags, and he ate most of them. So we shall see if he can earn some more. But either way, it should be fun. Other than that, back to the shop tomorrow. Believe it or not, we've been on a roller coaster of temperatures. It was hot yesterday. It's going to be hot today. But then it gets windy tomorrow, and we're supposed to cool down a little bit. Now, obviously, when I say cool down, we're going to be in the mid to high 80s. Now, we may even get some rain, but I'm not holding out for that. Usually, we won't see rain again until July for our monsoon. That may have been a touchdown. Because I, like an idiot, was thinking about something else, and I touched the razor to my skin without having it moving. So far, it doesn't look that bad. I may have caught it, but I've said this a million times before. You have to have perfect situational awareness when you're shaving with a straight razor, especially with a very, very sharp straight razor. Not that they shouldn't be very sharp. But again, always keep that razor in motion, especially when touching down. Trust me, it will save you a lot of heartache in the long run. Oh, to be rescued from Hoboville. It's feeling very, very nice. And this soap is, it was actually the top soap in the den for a long time. Simply because the way that it lathers, the way that it smells. It's got that characteristic that I know doesn't really exist, but it sure feels that way, that when you're done shaving with it, it's like your skin is breathing. It's so clean and it's so fresh and stuff like that. It is another Italian soap, but unfortunately, it is no longer being made. I think you can still get, I don't know if you can get this specific flavor, but you can still get it through some of the European shave purveyors like Gifts and Care and stuff like that, I believe. Some of your other places like Maggards and stuff that may have carried it may have a few remaining stock, but I believe, as far as I know, there is no more manufacturing, because they had sent out an email to their customers saying that they would no longer be making it. But there was probably a lot of stock in the wild to begin with. But sadly, I only have 2 of these tubs left, and then it's gone. And they stopped making the containers for these quite some time ago, which is sad because the containers really made it. But I have one other soap, 2 of them. I don't have any more. I've used them. And it is sad because they were one of the best Italian soaps out there. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh, just a perfect shave. A little bit of cleanup as always. That doesn't change. But other than that, just a beautiful shave. We'll see how we did, because usually when I go a couple of days without shaving, sometimes I can get a little bit of sting from the alum, but we'll see. A little bit of flat blading. And another thing, when you're doing some of the other techniques, believe it or not, follow through is important. And I'll show you that in a minute. And if you feel like the razor's slipping in your hand a little bit, stop. Don't force it because it'll end up not good. And I've had that. Don't ask me how I know that. But when I say follow through, mostly in the flat blading technique, but other ones too. Just follow through with the motions that you're doing, but on the way back up, because you're actually rotating it across the bevel, make sure when it gets to the flat point that you continue up and out. Because if you try to stop and you move, you're going to end up with a nice long kiss from the razor. And also, when you're drying your razors off, and I'm guilty of this, make sure you take a tissue paper and put it between the scales so you don't get any rust. So our razor today, again, was the Wacker Chevalier. Just a beautiful, beautiful razor. Okay, let's see what the alum says. Actually, just a little bit on my neck, but not across the face. So that edge is holding up really well. We'll let that percolate for a couple of seconds. And our brush we used today was a Paladin PK47, and I believe this is I can't see. This is a Select Badger knot. It's a wonderful razor, and the jade colors that that Ken and Corey do were fantastic. Also, if you haven't, they're probably sold out by now, but they just dropped a whole bunch of brushes in their shop, and you can find the link to that at Ken Paladin Shaving's store on the Shaving Cadre. There's a link to that. So Ken, thanks for all that you and Corey do. These are wonderful, wonderful brushes, and we thank you for being a artisan retailer at the Cadre. Oh, so nice to be back to the living from Hoboville. Okay, in keeping with the summery theme. Oh, so I was talking about the soap that's unobtainium. I mean, not obtainium, but not being made anymore. I think you might be able to find it. But probably one of the best summer soaps, in my opinion, is Panna Crema Nuova Verde. Now, you can't get these anymore. These are a solid, fired coffret that is just beautiful, and it fits the soap perfectly. I've got one more puck of this, and that's it. And then it'll be gone. But it lasts pretty well. But if you can find the Verde, get it. It is just an incredible, incredible soap. Keeping with the kind of, and it's hard to describe. I don't have the notes off the top of my head, but it's bright, citrusy, creamy. It's just, it's like I said, very similar to Saponificio Veracino's 70th. It makes your skin feel like it's breathing. It's that fresh and clean. You know, it would be almost like if you had a linen shirt and you just washed it and you put it on a clothesline in Tuscany. For some reason, that's what came to me. Anyways, we're also going to keep with the citrusy thing. We're going to be using Thayer's Lemon for our witch hazel. And normally, during the summer months, and really not that much in the winter months either, I don't use much in the way of shaving balm. I think it's like a lotion. It's too thick. However, the aftershave for Panna Crema Nuova Verde is a balm, but it emulsifies super quick. I mean, almost the minute you put it on your face, but it maintains that fragrance. So I'll use it even in the summer. It's just a wonderful balm. And you can add just a tad of water if it's a little, it emulsifies quick, but if you want to smooth it out and not get that some of that coin feeling. As far as our talc today, probably the cleanest and the lightest talc other than Penhaligon's English Fern, which I use only when I use English Fern, is Clubbin. I mean, it's what I use in the shop on all my clients every single day after every single haircut, especially after the neck and the ear shave. And then, of course, I use it when I'm doing my straight razor shaves in the shop. A little goes a long way, but it's just very fresh and clean. That typical old style barbershop talc feel. And it really does help in the summer months as well. And then, believe it or not, I'm going to use another aftershave for my cologne today, and that's Parasso Green. It's just a very fresh, mentholated, citrusy scent. Just wonderful. And that's it. Well, folks, again, I'm sorry I did not do a shave yesterday, but I had to, I had to live like the hobo for a little while. And now I'm back. And please make sure that you come and see us at the Cadre. Come and see us at Drinks and Dave's. Stay tuned in June for the Crosby Conundrum series, which, knowing Steven, it's going to be interesting. So I hope everybody has a great remainder of the week. We'll be back again next Sunday for another shave. If you have any ideas for a shave, or if you have any products you'd like me to try, just let me know and I'll do my best to do that. And join us tonight at Drinks and Dave's, and join us as always at the Shaving Cadre. And I certainly appreciate your likes, subscribes as we close in on 1,500 subscribers. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Have a great, great day.